Hi, friend. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you might notice that this is episode 17 of season 2. That's significant because season 1 had only 13 episodes. And that's what I initially planned for this season 2. But I've been having a lot of fun creating and recording these episodes for you. We're up to 17 now. Can you believe it? Again, I want to thank you for listening, for reviewing, for reaching out to me to share your wins and insights. This is the point in the season where I take a short break so I can rest a little. I can find some dedicated time to plan for a new season of content and come back refreshed and ready to shoot for the moon. But as always, I'll never leave you hanging. So for the next few weeks, I'll be sharing a combination of stories from my friends, like the last time. Check the bonus episodes from season 1 if you want to know what I'm talking about. I'll also be sharing some replays of some of the most popular episodes, and shout outs to you for listening, reviewing, and emailing me, and also some updates along the way. So, to kick off this candy bag of bonus episodes, and I say candy bag because you never know what you're going to get, so stay tuned, I will be sharing a shout out and a story from one of my friends. Let's get into it.
You're listening to the Driven Introvert podcast, the place to be for dreamers, doers, and entrepreneurs who are ready to birth the dreams, callings, and ideas the Lord has placed in their hearts. Do you sense that God is calling you to step out and do something new, but you're held back by fear and uncertainty? Do you struggle with believing that you can do great things because of your quiet, reserved, and introverted nature? Welcome here. I'm Remy Roy, your host and founder of shepacked.com. I'm an author, an entrepreneur, a creative, and a committed trier. I'm here to help you get unstuck and make progress on your God idea. Let's go.
All right, a huge thank you to Sarah for this sweet email. Sarah wrote me an email and I'm going to read it here. She says, "Hi, Remy. Happy Monday, and I hope you're doing well. First of all, I have shared your podcast with several friends lately! ! I just want to say God must have directly told you that He is working on the exact topic, prioritizing the great versus good with me from the January 19th episode. I actually had just started making a list of 3 questions I need to ask before I say yes. The fact that your questions were even different makes me realize there is so much work to be done. As a creative person myself, I find that I get anywhere from 1 to 5 random and inspired ideas every day, and I'm usually pretty quick to act on them. As of this weekend, I'm trying to essentially write them all down in my to-do list, which is an app. More soon. I wanted to reach out and say thank you and keep up the good work." Sarah, thank you so very much for writing in, and I feel you. I totally get it. I have come to embrace my nature as an ideas person. I used to feel like a flake for having and trying so many ideas, because of course many of those ideas never end up going anywhere. But I don't apologize for that anymore. I love it, and I will always try things. But because I'm now more mature and I want to be intentional about my energy and my time, I know I need strategies. I mean, I have a family and I have a little one that I love and would rather spend time with than anything else. So I need to figure out the best way to say yes to things. So I came up with that framework that I talked about in that episode. And I'm so glad it resonated with you, Sarah. I really appreciate you, and I cannot wait to hear the big strides you are making with your idea. Please keep me posted. All right, if you want to share any insights and takeaways with me, anyone, email me at thedrivenintrovert@shepacked.com. The details will be in the show notes. Okay, on to today's story. I asked my friend Fehintolu to share a pivotal experience in her life that taught her a lot about herself and about her faith in God. Impostor syndrome, anyone? You're going to love this one. Fehintolu is a tech executive, an avid reader, a cyclist, and a tennis player who loves exploring new cultures through travel. In her spare time, she also enjoys mentoring budding startups, sharing her expertise, and nurturing the next generation of tech innovators. Fehintolu, thank you so much for sharing your story on the show. I really, really appreciate you, girl. Here is Fehintolu now.
From grad school grind to imposter syndrome showdown, my journey is a testament to faith and self-discovery. From seemingly ordinary moments to life-altering decisions, God's presence has been a constant thread woven throughout my journey. Relocating to the USA, navigating the intense yet rewarding years of grad school, and building a career across 3 Fortune 500 companies, each felt like a divinely orchestrated step. The path wasn't without the challenges, but every hurdle became a testament to my faith, solidifying my trust in God. The American dream, imposter reality. The American dream felt tangible when I arrived in the US with a stellar resume and sky-high ambitions. Earning a perfect GPA in my master's program and landing a job at a Fortune 500 company only fueled my excitement. But reality, like a cold shower, soon woke me up. Surrounded by brilliant, eloquent minds who I looked and or sounded nothing like, I felt like an imposter. Despite my achievements, self-doubt gnawed at me, whispering that I didn't belong. The cycle of proving. Determined to silence the doubts, I embarked on a relentless pursuit of self-improvement. Each year, a new certification became my mantra, pushing me to the brink of burnout. I mistook exhaustion for proof of hard work, not a symptom of a flawed coping mechanism. Trapped in this hamster wheel, I craved more achievements, oblivious to the real challenge that lay within. Breaking free, finding myself. One day, the unsustainable pace broke, and I started delving into the roots of my self-doubt. I revisited my core values and the experiences that shaped me, reclaiming the essence of who I truly was. Enough, just as I am. It clicked, like a missing puzzle piece falling into place. I am enough. Not some perfect, polished version, but this flawed, beautifully complex being shaped my journey. My knowledge, etched by my experiences, isn't just information. It's my unique perspective, a tapestry woven with threads of joy, struggle, and growth. The constant chase for external validation faded, replaced by a quiet hum of self-worth. Psalm 139 became my anthem, not just words, but a melody resonating deep within, reminding me of God's unwavering embrace. Echoes of doubt, embracing self-compassion. The journey towards self-acceptance isn't without its struggles. Doubts still creep in, but I recognize them as remnants of a past belief system. With gentle self-compassion, I remind myself of the truth. I'm capable, worthy, and I belong. This inner strength fuels me, replacing the anxious pursuit of external validation. The peace of God keeps me grounded as my firm identity in Christ. Beyond myself, a life of purpose. This newfound self-acceptance isn't just for me. It allows me to connect with others more authentically, offering my true self instead of a curated version. Letting go of the need to impress has opened doors to genuine connections and given me the freedom to simply be me. The path continues. The destination is clear. The path of self-acceptance winds before me, a journey promising both challenges and growth. Yet, with each step, I inch closer to a life where purpose guides, compassion flows, and the unwavering belief in my worth resonates. Loved and cherished, exactly as I am, I press on.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy this conversation, please take a moment to follow or subscribe to the podcast. I'd also love your feedback on this episode. You can scroll down on your app and click write a review. I'd love to read your takeaways from this conversation. As always, don't forget to take courage, trust God, and go pursue your big ideas. See you next time. The Driven Introvert is produced by shepack.com and Remy Roy. Want to ask a question or share a comment on a future episode? Click on the link in the show notes to record your question in a voicemail.